To chat or not to chat? Do women really like to talk after sex? It's a question that has been asked time and time again, but there is no simple answer. Every woman is different, and what one woman might find enjoyable after sex, another might find off-putting. Talking after sex can mean anything from pillow talk to deep, meaningful conversations about the relationship. It can be anything from lighthearted banter to more serious discussions about the future of the relationship. Many women appreciate the chance to talk about the experience they just had. This can include everything from sharing compliments and praise to discussing any areas of improvement. In addition to compliments and praise, some women may also like to discuss practical matters after sex. This could include things like hygiene, cleanup, and any physical discomfort that was experienced. Women may also like to talk about their feelings, both emotional and physical, after sex. This can be a time for partners to bond and connect on a deeper level. It's also an opportunity for partners to learn more about each other and to build trust. For these reasons, talking after sex can be an important part of a healthy and fulfilling relationship. Comfort levels can vary from woman to woman. For some women, talking after sex is something they enjoy and look forward to. For others, it may be something that makes them feel uncomfortable or awkward. It's important to respect each woman's comfort level and not push her to talk if she doesn't want to. If a woman does choose to talk after sex, it's important to keep the conversation respectful and lighthearted. This is not the time for criticism or judgment. It's a time for partners to share their thoughts and feelings in a safe and supportive environment. For some, talking after sex is a way to deepen their connection with their partner and to feel more intimate. For others, it's a chance to debrief and process what just happened. And for some, it's simply a way to pass the time and enjoy each other's company. Study shows that talking after sex is beneficial for most couples, but that it's not necessarily a requirement. Each couple should decide for themselves what works best for them. What to do if one partner wants to talk and the other doesn't? It's important to be understanding and to not take it personally if your partner doesn't want to talk. It's also important to give your partner space if they need it. Respect your partner's boundaries and not pressure them into talking. You can try to find other ways to connect and communicate. You could try cuddling, holding hands, or simply enjoying each other's company in silence. When both partners want to talk, but they can't seem to find the right words. This is a common problem, and it can be frustrating for both partners. The best way to overcome this obstacle is to start with small talk. Talk about your day, your plans for the weekend, or anything else that's light and easy. This will help to break the ice and make it easier to transition into deeper conversation. Once you're both comfortable talking, you can begin to delve into more meaningful topics. Now, let's talk about the importance of being honest and vulnerable during post-sex conversations. Honesty is the foundation of a healthy relationship, and it's especially important when talking about intimate topics like sex. Being vulnerable is also important because it allows both partners to open up and connect on a deeper level. When you're honest and vulnerable with your partner, you're creating a safe space for them to share their own thoughts and feelings. This is the foundation of a healthy, lasting relationship. How to handle sensitive topics like sexual performance? This can be a tricky topic to navigate, but it's important to approach it with sensitivity and tact. It's also important to be open-minded and non-judgmental. Remember, everyone has different sexual preferences and desires, and there's no right or wrong way to approach sex. The key is to communicate openly and honestly with your partner, and to make sure that both of your needs are being met. If you're struggling to talk about this topic, you can try using I statements to express your thoughts and feelings. It's also important to remember that sex isn't just about physical pleasure. It's also about emotional connection, intimacy, and communication. So, when you're talking about sex with your partner, try to focus on the emotional aspects as well as the physical ones. This will help to create a more fulfilling and enjoyable experience for both of you. How to keep the conversation going after sex? This can be difficult, because it's easy to feel awkward or embarrassed after such an intimate experience. But there are a few things you can do to make the conversation flow more naturally. First, try to be present in the moment and not let your mind wander. Second, avoid rushing the conversation and give yourselves plenty of time to talk. Finally, be open to talking about anything and everything, even if it's not related to sex. A little bit of humor can go a long way in breaking the ice and making the conversation more enjoyable. Plus, it can help to lighten the mood and make things less serious. It's important to use humor in a respectful way. Avoid making jokes at your partner's expense and try to keep things light and playful. A little bit of humor can go a long way in creating a more relaxed and comfortable atmosphere. It's important to remember that not every conversation needs to be deep and meaningful. Sometimes, just laughing and chatting about random things can be the best way to connect with your partner. So, don't feel like you have to have a serious conversation every time. Sometimes the best conversations are the ones that just happen naturally. Second, don't be afraid to take breaks from the conversation if you need to. This can be especially helpful if you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed. Just take a few minutes to breathe and regroup, and then jump back in. Remember that communication is a two-way street. It's not all about you expressing yourself, it's also about listening to your partner and really hearing what they have to say. So, make sure you're giving your partner your full attention and that you're really hearing what they're saying. Importance of showing appreciation and gratitude to your partner. This can be as simple as saying thank you for listening or giving them a hug after the conversation. Showing appreciation can help to build trust and create a more positive atmosphere in the relationship. Here are a few conversation starters that you can use to get the ball rolling. First, you can ask your partner about their day. Second, you can ask them what they're most excited about right now. Third, you can ask them what they're most looking forward to in the future. And finally, you can ask them to tell you something they love about you. These are just suggestions. Feel free to use them as a jumping off point or come up with your own questions and topics. The important thing is to make sure that the conversation is comfortable and natural for both of you. In conclusion, the next time you have an opportunity to talk with your partner, try out some of these ideas. And remember, don't overthink it, just relax and enjoy the conversation.